Hey everyone, shout out to everybody. Hopefully everybody can hear me. See, I'm just trying to set everything up. Shout out to everybody. Ooh, hold up 1 minute. Lord have mercy, who's calling me? Give me 1 sec, y'all. 1 second, guys. Gotta answer the phone. All right. Shout out to everybody. Sorry, you guys, I had a phone call. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Let me see who's in the house. Welcome, Crafty Kid, Nebulous. Who else is here? Oh my gosh, guys. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so I apologize if I'm not all the way there. I'm here, but I'm still a little like, tired. I'm tired. Peekaboo, Rose with Thorn, Gypsy, Lola. How you doing, love? Okay, who else is in that house? Liz, Cash. It is sad news. We're gonna get into it here in a minute. SW, welcome everybody. Tazzy. Let's see who I have. Evil Queen, welcome, welcome. Shout out to you. Oh my gosh, everybody, everybody. Let's see who else is in the house. Excuse me. Blonde, how you doing? Shout out to you and thank you for listening while you work. Who else? I saw Cash, Coffee and Crime. Thank you for being here. Me too. Of course, we're all hoping for better news as it pertains to this case, but yeah. Hey, Simply Monica, how you doing, love? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. And Monica's in the house as well. I saw Crafty Kid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else? Shout out to all the members. Nicole, welcome. Cape, how you doing? Christina, welcome, love. Bonnie, I know. Christy, welcome. Thank you for being here. Nebulous is in the house. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Liz, Wim, thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody. We got the best chat in the house. ADAS, thank you guys. Thank you, Amy. Oh, geez, Amy, really? Y'all, you guys have been hitting my email up with some of these cases, and I'm just sitting here like, oh man. Nubia Max, UK, thank you for being here. I've never seen you in my chat. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. Jimmy, welcome. Yes. And Kate, welcome. Thank you guys. Amy, everybody. I think I've saluted everybody for the most part. Ikamel, yes, they arrested him. They sure did. It's a lot of news. Everybody, right? So we're gonna get into it. Kimmy, welcome. All right, Jen, Patricia. I think I've said hello to everybody for the most part. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, I'm just like feeling a little sluggish, just a little sluggish, but I'm okay. Hey, Cheeks. All right, Chell, how you doing, love? Shout out to you guys. All right, all right. Neat Noodle, welcome. Kiva, how you doing, love? Everybody. Yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit sluggish today, but I'll be all right, y'all. Listen, all I need is some good caffeine. That's all I need. Mm-hmm. Mel's in the house. Welcome to Mel. CL, how you doing? Yes, Natalie, welcome. All right. So we talked about this story about Alicia Watts. I want to say shortly after she went missing. Okay. Alicia Watts went missing. I believe she was last seen on the 16th of July. Um, her car and her boyfriend, he was found unresponsive, non-responsive in the car. The car was left parked at the DMV. And since then, we've had so many updates, so many things that have happened since then. So today we got some news. And thank you, Monster Mom, for the $2, love. Thank you. We got some news that, first of all, let's start right here. So, a local reporter reported that the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, the remains of a 39-year-old Alicia Watts, are believed to have been found here behind this cemetery. Okay. And let me make sure I got the brightness on this so I can see. I feel like I'm going blind. This is 70 miles from where she was last seen in CLT, July 16. Her boyfriend, James Dunmore, has been taken into custody and arrested for murder. Her boyfriend had prior charges. Her boyfriend had a lot in the record. Okay. It is, Grandma. It's definitely sad news. But I guess this is the area where they found the remains. You could see that they have the what is it, forensics there. Okay. Um, it horrible situation, of course, for her family. Now, if you guys remember, the family, they were calling the boyfriend out like from the first conference. They were saying there's something up with him and he's not being forthcoming. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's not doing his part. All right. So we have WBTV here that's going to give us the update on what happened. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as we're watching this. Ooh. Volume. First weather alert. Let's see. Can you guys hear it? Because I can't hear it.
Tomorrow with that first alert coming up for your Friday, but now some thunderstorms popping up, so people need to take some notice.
I'll be here. Just wanted.
Let's go.
We almost have like a spinning. This is what we were talking.
Nada. Come on.
Storms to dive south. We've seen this a lot so far this
This
summer.
must be the
Here
live
we go again.
footage.
We've got
One
another severe
second,
thunderstorm
guys.
warning in place. So the one that we.
Let me go to the actual footage. One second. I thought that was the clip. I pulled it. Maybe it. Here it is. All right, here we go. I got it. We figured it out. You guys can hear it? Well, I'm glad. Here we go.
Right now at 4 on Queen City News, a tragic end to a weeks-long search for a missing North Carolina woman. Authorities in Montgomery County say they found the body of who they believe to be Alicia Watts, who was last seen in Charlotte. Officials expected to hold a press conference any moment now, and it's beginning, so let's go ahead and listen.
Any questions during this press conference? I just want to give you some information to this point. First and foremost, our heartfelt condolences go out to Alicia Watts' family, and we pray that the peace of the Lord Jesus Christ that only He can give comforts them during this time that they're going through right now. I also want to thank all the volunteers, the families and friends, the law enforcement partners that have been part of this task force. Charlotte-Mecklenburg PD, Foxfire Police Department, Rockingham Police Department, Anson County Sheriff's Office, Richmond County Sheriff's Office, Moore County Sheriff's Office, the State Bureau of
Wow,
Investigation,
it's a lot of
the
offices.
FBI, the Moore County Public Safety, and North Carolina Search Dogs, in my office, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and the outstanding deputies and investigators that I have working for me. And I want to thank you, the media, for your efforts in providing the information for the community. This is not the outcome that we had been hoping for.
No, they're
But
not.
by finding Alicia today, it can bring some closure. I hope and I pray it brings some closure to family and friends moving forward. I want to let you know that James Dunmore was arrested this morning by Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department on charges of murder.
Wow.
He is currently in custody of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. This is an ongoing and active case and investigation, and there's still much work to be done. You can continue to check our social media platform for more information moving forward. Again, thank you all, and I appreciate you.
My goodness.
Can you give us some idea what brought you to this location?
They just walking. No, these are great questions. Like, what led them to the cemetery? So they have an arrest. Yes, he's in custody. This is not, and my understanding is that Alicia Watts was somebody that was working in the community. So people were really speaking out and they were wanting to find out, like, they were wanting to look for her. They were also calling James Dunmore a lot because of the fact that he wasn't cooperative with the family. They felt like he had more information than what he was leading on to, and he wasn't really willing to speak. And the family had called about at the conference. There was other people that were saying the way in which he treated her. I know they walked away so fast. I got questions too. I'm just curious. They literally walked away way too fast.
Okay. Can you please tell us what brought you
All right,
here?
so you have been watching that brief press conference with the
Oh wait,
Montgomery County
look at that.
Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
It doesn't actually, it appears that someone else is going to be speaking now and answering some questions. Let's listen in.
Been very much involved with the search efforts from day one, from the first time that she was reported missing.
Mm-hmm.
Our office has been involved. I know the family and friends gets very frustrated that we can't release certain information, but this is very active investigation. Montgomery County is the lead agent on it, and our office will continue to assist Montgomery County with whatever efforts or whatever needs that we can do. So we will continue to work with that. I reiterate what Sheriff Herron had spoke about with the this is not the outcome that we were hoping for, but our hearts go out to the family and friends of Miss Watts. She had a big following that was with her, and again, we were hoping for a better outcome, but unfortunately it's not. So
It's sad.
we just have to do the very best we can and move forward and lift Miss Watts' name up. And there'll be a day of reckoning for this individual that was arrested. So again, this is a very active investigation. So we'll continue to do our part, and hopefully the prosecution team will do their part and have the outcome that we want. So thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, officials with the Sheriff's Office in Montgomery County again confirming that the body that they recovered this afternoon is in fact that of Alicia Watts. She went missing back in the middle of July. They say, of course, there that it's not the outcome that they were hoping for, but they hope that this brings her family some closure. They also said that Watts' boyfriend, James Dunmore, was arrested by CMPD and has been booked on murder charges.
Oh man.
And for the latest developments on this case and any updates that we learned today, you can follow us on social.
Wow. Oh, Megan, shout out to BJ. Shout out to BJ. Shout out to everybody coming from BJ's channel as well. Oh my goodness. Yo, and here we have more. And this is, I guess, like, now I'm kind of curious, like, what led them to the cemetery? Do y'all think he confessed? Do you guys, like, I don't know. Oh Lord, killing me. Killing me, killing me. Let's skip the side.
All right, we're continuing to follow this breaking news as we began at 6. Authorities confirming they found a body believed to be missing woman Alicia Watts. What you're seeing is aerial footage of where officials made the discovery today. This is in the small town of Norman, North Carolina, about 2 hours east of here in Montgomery County.
A short time after that discovery, officers say they arrested Alicia's boyfriend, James Dunmore. Here in Charlotte, you can see this video shows him being taken into custody. Now, of course, this case has had a lot of twists and turns over the past 2 months. We want to quickly walk you through a timeline to get you up to speed. First, Alicia, last seen July 16th, leaving Dunmore's home. They were supposed to go to a comedy show at Bojangles Coliseum.
2 days later, Dunmore was found unresponsive in Alicia's car at a DMV office in Anson County.
And when this happened, we had talked about this. So he was found in the car, unresponsive. I wasn't really sure if her items, because Tanya said the cell phone, like she wasn't anywhere near the car. There wasn't a whole lot of information. There was more information coming about that he had been married or was married. There was some, yeah. So he was found in her car. They were supposed to go to like the Bojangles. There was like a comedy show or something like that. And it was just a lot going on. Right. I'll just never understand these people who can so willingly take life. Right. I'm so glad he's not walking free the streets. Right. Absolutely. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes. Well, and that's what I'm saying is like, did the cell phone get the hit? What happened exactly? Because people were saying, well, we were trying to figure out if there was a talk about shell casings that being an issue as well. Search warrants had been put out as well. People were saying all kinds of things, right? Well, now there's been arrests. There's been an arrest, right? The family, when they had that press conference, they said, "Where are you, James Dunmore? Where are you?" He wasn't there. It was a lot. It's a lot of questions that everybody had.
The next day, Alicia's family reported her missing after she didn't show up for work. Let's go to July 26th now. CMPD officers were seen searching Dunmore's home in Charlotte's University City. He had been considered a person of interest in the case, which is why they did that.
And then today, nearly a month later, the body discovered in Montgomery County. Now, our team has been following this developing situation all afternoon.
Yeah, found the body believed to be...
Sorry, I don't know why. Here's the timeline. Do you guys think, I'm kind of curious, do y'all think that he confessed or that I'm trying to figure out how they even got to the body? I don't know. They haven't said anything. They didn't even say that at the press conference. They can treat him like he did to her too. Ooh, Christina said, yeah, I'll treat him. I'm just wondering, did he confess? Did he I'm just curious.
Today, nearly a month later, the body discovered in Montgomery County. Now, our team has been following this developing situation all afternoon.
They didn't say anything.
Yes, our Lexi Wilson has been speaking with Alicia's family. We will catch up with her in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to start with Jane Monreal, who's been live in Montgomery County throughout the day where the body was actually found. Jane, can you walk us through what has happened throughout the day on scene there?
Absolutely. We heard about the news just before noon today. Colin and Vanessa, that's when we hit the road and drove out about an hour and 45 minutes from the Charlotte area. Along the way, we saw the Anson County, the DMV, where James Dunmore's car was found, and he was found unresponsive. From there, another 51 minutes to this point at the Norman Community Cemetery in Montgomery County. Now, there are a lot of questions that remain, but at 4 o'clock, there was a brief press conference. Some friends from nearby Moore County showed up telling us they are obviously devastated, but they also are finding the closure in all of this. Again, some of the questions that remain: how did it end up here? How did this investigation lead up to the discovery of the body in the woods just off the cemetery? And most of all, how did Alicia end up here with her home 20 minutes away, not even on the way from Charlotte to...
Well, I want to know who called her. T.S. Morgan said, no, I think somebody told him. That's what I want to know. Or maybe somebody noticed the ground where she was like, okay, gotcha. No, it was her car. So he was found in her car, um, unresponsive. And that's when we were like, well, what the hell? Did he get drugged? Like, were they trying to hurt? Like, we were concerned that way. But now that we know that there's an arrest, was he always a suspect? Because I believe, if I remember correctly, when we reported on this story, I might have to look at my notes here somewhere. Um, he had a prior kidnapping charge, like from a past relationship or something like that. It was very suspect. Family called her, I believe it was the cousin that called her missing and saying like this is not like her. It was a 10-minute 911 call saying this is not like her, this is not what she does. My question is, how long has she been there? Okay? Like, was she dumped there? Did he confess? Did he tell them where she was at, or did somebody else? Like, how did they determine that this is where she was at? I don't know. Yes, prayers for the family. Pray, because they have been, listen, they have been going above and beyond. They've been doing services and stuff like that, bringing some conferences, bringing some awareness because they wanted to keep her name out there, and making sure that people knew that this is somebody that would not just go missing like that. They didn't have any children together. The family from the get, all right, from the get, had concerns about her dating this guy. Like they were talking about the way in which his eyes looked, different things, different things. Let me hit play, okay?
To Moore County. Investigators with Moore County's sheriff's office, as well as the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, among some of the groups set up here at the edge of the tree line. Wow. That area in the woods, cordoned off with the yellow tape that can only be seen from the air. And as friends and family from Moore County started arriving, many of them saying they had been praying for Alicia to come home, but not like this.
Oh my God.
Alicia, baby, we love you. And we tried. We did not give up. We didn't give up. We did just like that you would do for us. And you didn't deserve this at all. In a situation like this, really?
We just have to do the very best we can and move forward and lift Miss Watts' name up. And there'll be a day of reckoning for this individual that was arrested.
James Dunmore now being held at the Montgomery County Jail. His first court appearance, as we expect it to be, Monday morning in Montgomery County. Or the Norman Community Cemetery in Montgomery County. Live, Jane Monreal, WCNC Charlotte.
Do y'all remember in the phone call? Damn, I'm going to have to, because I need you guys to listen to the phone call. Alicia, based on what the cousin was saying, was having issues with James' ex-girlfriend or something like that. Let me pull it up because I remember it. Hold up, y'all. Let's see if we can pull it. And I played it here. And we were talking about it because it was like a 10-minute call. Here it is. Okay. It was a 10-minute call. And but it was a lot of information in those 10 minutes. Absolutely. Yes, boyfriend found at the DMV in car. How far was the DMV from the cemetery where she was at? That's a great question. That is a great question. Because at least, like, was she put there right away? Or did he put her somewhere before taking her? Thank you so much for the $5, SW. But that's a good question to know. Like, was she dumped there right away? Was her body placed there right away? Or was she somewhere else before making it to the cemetery? That would be my question. Yes, BB, the ex was not happy. Lord have mercy, look at all the sun. 1 second. The ex was not happy at all. I had to close my curtain. Not happy at all. His house, I believe they had a search warrant for his house. They did. Let me show you guys. Hold up. The reporter, Lisa said the reporter said it was 50 minutes past the DMV. So it was 50 minutes from the DMV, from where he was found non-responsive? Is that what we're saying? Wow. Okay. Let me show you guys the 911 call, and then we're going to go back to the footage of where the body was found, okay? And I think this is the 10-minute call. Hold up, y'all. This has to be the 10-minute call. Hopefully this is it. Yep, I think so. Let's skip this ad right now.
As the search for Alicia Watts continues, we're hearing a new 911 call where her cousin lays out a timeline of her disappearance. Watts is from Moore County, but was last seen in Charlotte on July. Somebody show with Watts' boyfriend, James Dunmore.
No, this is not the 911 call. Lord have mercy, let me find it. The 911 call, and we were talking about it here. It is so telling because the 911 call says, you know what? She was having issues with James' ex-girlfriend. We were talking about it, and something about the way in which the cousin said it that just kind of left, like, it just left us thinking, yo, there's a lot of red flags here. There's a lot going on here. Let me hit play on this real quick. And this is during their search while I'm looking for this 911 call. Give me 1 minute. So this is, I guess, an aerial view of it. Yeah, he gave an excellent timeline. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. So this is, I guess, a cemetery. So my question would be, how long has she been there? Was she taken there right away? I mean, was this premeditated? What was this exactly? It just left us thinking a lot about timeline-wise and whatnot. And let me go back a little bit. I'm going to go to my, because I know I have the video of the 911 call. Ay, 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 ay. Here it is. I found it. Here it is. It just, we have a lot of questions about this whole thing. I mean, it's a beautiful aerial view, that's for sure. But what my question is, like, what led them to that side? What led them to that area? What happened exactly? Okay, here it is. I found the 911 call. Here it is. This is from literally, this was released like 12 days ago, timeline wise. Okay. Wow. The DMV is, it said it is about 50 minutes away. What led them to here? You think it was her GPS or her phone? Well, if that's the case, why wouldn't they look at it sooner? Like, it's been a little over, what, July? Shoot, a little over a month? That's her family walking over there. That is right, Michelle. Like, what led them? Because if it was the GPS, why wouldn't have they looked at it sooner? Like, why would they have waited? I don't think it was her GPS. I honestly think somebody either tipped him off or he confessed. That's my thought. You think so, Remy? You think it would have taken that long, though, if they were looking for a missing person? Yes. Okay, Meg. Meg says phone was at the house. I think the Benz GPS, but the Benz was at the DMV. Really, Queen? See, I don't know. I'm not well versed in that. I thought if it was like a GPS real quick, they were able to get to that person right away. Oh, CL says they may have had to get permission right away in order to obtain it. An Apple Watch? could have been a call about a decomp, or maybe whoever works at the cemetery might have found something there. Like, oh my God, look, they're hugging family. Right, look at the Murdoch case. It took minutes. I don't know. It took a minute. It took a minute. You don't think he confessed, TS? All right, let me stop this right here because I want to go to the 911 call. We talked about it about 12 days ago. I actually have it. This was the 911 call. Hopefully it plays through.
I'm trying to get a wilderness check on my cousin, honey, because she's been gone for quite a while.
Okay, and does she
comes up here, have her location, and it's giving me her. She was talking to this guy that lives across the street.
Okay.
And it's saying that she was there.
And tell me why we're doing a wellness check on her.
My cousin first, she's talking to this guy, honey, and he just got out of a relationship. I know.
Yeah.
She don't even live up here. She lives like going towards there.
The cousin said, and some of you guys, I still remember in that chat, you're like, oh, TMI, he's giving too much information. No, I'm glad he gave that information because sometimes people talk. You got to let people talk. You know, you never know what they're going to say. Never know what they're going to say. He said she's been dating this guy immediately. That was the red flag. Car to the cemetery is 30 minutes. Shout out to the good Nunya. Let me hit play on this.
Okay. And her and the guy has been talking, you know, just a couple months they've been talking. But the girl that he was with, he's been with her like 15 years. And when I was coming home on Saturday, she came up here on Friday. We were all supposed to meet up on Sunday to go to a comedy show up here in Charlotte.
Okay.
The 85 South. And she paid for tickets and we all paid for tickets. Okay, she didn't show up at the comedy show. When I got back home, her car was still parked in his yard. And you know, this is my first cousin. You know, she's kind of outgoing. She don't sit like that.
Right.
And once her car was parked in the yard, I thought that was funny with her, you know, not showing up. Now this was Sunday.
Okay.
But Saturday when I came home, I was coming home from where we're actually from because we all actually not from Charlotte, but I live here. I've been living here 9 years. And when I came home, it was this car pulling out, and it was like trying to run and hit me like head on. You know, it was, you know, kind of driving real aggressive. And I had to hurry up and back in my yard to not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that just seemed funny, and I don't have a problem with everybody, you know. So I was like, but I do know his girlfriend knows, his ex-girlfriend knows that is my cousin. Oh God, honey. What?
Just tell me how old is she?
About she'll be 40 on her birthday in September. September she'll be 40.
Okay, black. Is she black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
Black.
About how tall?
She's about 5'3", about my height, 5'3". We're about the same height.
Okay. Can you tell, is her hair in braids, dreadlocks, anything like that?
No, she wears like the wig, the lace wig. She might have like a bob in or something like that.
Okay.
She don't have braids in right now. She do have a lace wig in, I know.
Okay.
And she's got like body enchantment, so she's real curvy. You know, she had her butt done and all that.
Okay. Approximately, and how much do you think she weighs?
She probably weigh about, I want to say between 185 to 190.
And you said she has body enhancement?
She has, yeah, she's got a real big butt. She got her butt done, and you know, she's flat stomach, and you know, she's real curvy. So,
okay.
You know.
Okay, you haven't seen or heard from her since when?
No, she normally call. I talk to her all the time on the regular, and I got her location and everything. And so I seen them leaving out. I guess they were going to get them something to eat, but this is before, this was earlier Sunday morning when I was on my way out to church. And I seen them leaving out. But then she came back when I got off church. I seen her car parked back there. And she runs her own business. So she has to be back to work to get to her office,
Okay.
because she do run her own business. And the office people are calling because she has not showed up at work. That's what scared me. I thought she had went back home.
Okay.
And her car left. Her car was there all day Sunday after they got back from wherever they went earlier. Him and her. Her car was parked there all day Sunday. Like I said, Sunday night was when the comedy show was downtown at the Bojangles Coliseum, and she didn't show up for that. And Monday, her car was still parked there. And I know she goes to work because she run a business.
It's her cousin.
So that was kind of awkward, but I said maybe, somebody you in love, you staying over or whatever. But come to find out, when her car left, it was wee hours that Monday morning. It was after 12 a.m.
Wow.
And I came out because I don't smoke cigarettes in my house. So when I came out and looked across the street, her car was gone. So I said she must have went on back home. That's what I was thinking. But they're saying she never showed back up at home. And now today is Wednesday.
Okay.
And she's not back at home. I'm calling his phone because he normally picks up his phone. And she's never a person not pick up the phone due to her business.
Okay.
Nobody's picking up the phone. No answer is going straight to voicemail. I went over and knocked on his door. I can hear his dog in there because he has dogs. And she has dogs. And then her best friend back at home said that she went to her house and there's no sign of her even being there because she has two vehicles. But her Mercedes is gone. She has a 2023 Mercedes.
Wow.
Okay, and she okay, and where is that at? In Fayetteville?
Yeah, this is close to Fayetteville. It's like 30 minutes from Fayetteville. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This is just not her. It's kind of strange.
Okay.
It what frightened me because I know that she just started talking to this guy, but I know that he has this girlfriend, and I think she's kind of crazy a little bit,
She started talking to this guy, and I know he's got this girlfriend, and she's kind of crazy a little bit. This was 12 days ago. We talked about this and how we even said some commentary about that, about the fact that there was concerns about the guy and there was concerns about his previous relationship.
So I tried to warn her about that, but she was still over to the guy's house. But this is where the girlfriend used to live for 15 years.
Okay, so she dated the male that he has a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Yes. And him and that girl they the same age, her and the same age.
Okay.
And she's from Charlotte though. She lives up here. But I know she had been riding through and kind of stalking his house. So I don't know if she's seen her car finally up there. You know what I mean? Or what the deal is, but it's just everything's been moving kind of funny.
Okay. Is anybody under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, not that I know of, baby. I don't know what they're doing.
Do you know if anybody would have any weapons?
No, not that I know of. He's a retired from military.
You sure they're not on a whirlwind vacation somewhere?
Baby, they supposed to be going on a cruise, but the cruise is not supposed to happen until August.
Jeez.
That's what I said. I knew the cruise didn't happen yet.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm saying because she would have told me.
They were supposed to vacation.
Oh God, honey, I feel so upset. Lord have mercy.
I understand, hon. Take your time. Take your time, hon.
It's just I just didn't want to wait too late and something's going on.
I understand.
Wow.
Hold
It's
on,
the
I need,
cousin.
need
Both of them got the little puppies in there. I knocked on the door, like I said, but I ain't going back over there, baby. I don't know what's going on. But I knocked on that door, but I can hear his little. I know he got two small dogs, you know.
Okay,
I
okay.
can hear them in the house, you know. So I'm.
Did you want to see police when they come out or no?
You said, did I want to
Pretty
what?
much.
Did you want to talk to them when they come out?
Oh no. I mean, it's fine if I talk to him or not. I just wanted to make sure, you know, just to get a wellness check on.
So the cousin was calling for a wellness check after he had not heard from her. She was last seen on July 16th. Then he was found on the 18th in her car, non responsive. This is the scenes that we have today where they found her body at a cemetery. And I guess this is like, they're letting the family know as well. I did speed it up on speed. Of course, we don't have sound because this is all in a helicopter. My biggest question is, did they tip them off? Did he confess? Did somebody say something? Maybe somebody saw something. Yeah, her body was found at a cemetery. How long from the time that he was found unresponsive on the 18th was the body there? Was the body taken there after whatever happened? You know, I have a lot of questions. Yeah, she's at a cemetery, Kelly Vlogs. She was found at a cemetery. Yeah, people are saying that, the girlfriend. Yeah, we all have questions. I'm just wondering because now remember the boyfriend, James Dunmore, had a prior kidnapping charge in his record. So from a previous relationship. So it's a lot of speculation. Yeah. My thing is that's my question is who tipped them off there? Who said that she was there? Or was it that maybe somebody at the cemetery that works there found, the body there? Yes, they searched the house around the 24th of last month, so about a week after he was found. So maybe they collected some type of evidence that led him to the cemetery. I don't know. That's a good question. It's either that, was there something? Because I know that they had a search warrant. He is in custody. He is now in custody. Right, Tazzy, that's a good point. You live next to a cemetery? Best neighbors ever, no noise. I actually live near a cemetery, very vision view. Not a lot of activity that goes on there, but Tazzy says the cemetery doesn't seem like a very big cemetery in comparison. I would have to agree with that. You think he acted alone? A tip earlier Thursday to ABC 11 said Watts' remains may have been found. Okay, ooh. Now, is that Crafty Kid? So, Crafty Kid says a tip earlier Thursday to ABC 11 said Watts' remains may have been found in Montgomery County. Her family said that was a rumor, but later, hours later, in a heartbreaking phone call, I'm assuming to law enforcement. Hold up, your message cut. Where did you hear? You heard that through ABC 11? Let me see. So somebody tipped them off. Let me see if I can find it. One sec. So they were given a tip. And I can't find the article to that. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. I was like, that's a different case. Um Yeah. Unfortunately, you think he acted alone. The ex location at the time of Alicia's going missing was already verified. The ex was not around. Okay, Emmy says the ex was not around. Johnson says that would be awful to stumble upon after all this time in the heat yeah, right. No, you're fine, Kelly. You're fine. Scientific research and evidence providing otherwise, it still appears that some people actually believe that they are somehow born more equal than others, right? Wasn't there a shell casing? That's what I heard when they did the search of the property. Now, is that shell casing connected to this? We don't know. Yeah, it is a very small cemetery in comparison. It's not very green for the time of the year. Yeah, I would say so. This is sickening. My goodness. Maybe it went through pings of the phone. I don't know. They did a long segment. What somebody, Crafty Kid said that they were tipped off. Let's see. Looks like a small family cemetery. What kind of a cemetery is that? Doesn't look like anyone's buried there. It's pretty small. Yes, she was found. X was arrested. You send me the link? All right, let me pull it. Thank you, Crafty Kid. Hold up, y'all. Let's pull it because if they tip them off, hold up. Would be good to know. Okay, and this is literally a new article. Let me stop right here. Hold up, y'all. Thank you, thank you. Let me pull the article. Is this, she did nothing to deserve it? I think this is it right here. She did nothing to deserve this. Heartbreak for the family of Alicia Watts as worst fears realize. So in Montgomery County, they wanted her home, but not like this. The family of Alicia Watts and her Southern Pines community prayed relentlessly for a safe return. Sadly, that didn't happen. We did want her home, said Tia Hines, a family friend. Not like this, but I mean, we can have closure now. Everybody can rest. It's not the ending that we hope for, but it is an ending. Instead, they gathered at the Montgomery County scene near where the sheriff's office said Watts' remains were discovered after a 6-week search. First of all, kind hearts, we've already seen the conference. Hold up. After the briefing wrapped up, a wave of emotions overcame the family. Family members held hope. When it comes down to it, she did not deserve this. Okay, here it is. This is the narrative right here. I'm gonna highlight it for those that are looking. It says a tip earlier Thursday to ABC 11 said Watts' remains may have been found in Montgomery County. Her family said that was a rumor, but hours later, in a heartbreaking phone call, family members said they were notified by authorities that they had found Watts' body. So a tip earlier Thursday to 8. So the tipster call ABC 11? Said Watts' remains may have been found in Montgomery. So then they called the family and let them know about it, and then the family responded by saying it's a rumor. So the family members were out searching for Watts in Moore County as recently as Thursday morning, but rushed to the Montgomery County scene where they got the word. They credited authorities for getting Watts' names in the national database for missing people as instrumental in helping move the cases along. Wow. The discovery came just 2 days after Watts' mother, Franklin, and expressed hope that her daughter would return home. Through tears, Franklin recalled the last phone call she had with her daughter. She was telling me she was going out of town and it was something she had to do. That was July 14th. Watts was supposed to be home back in Moore County that following Monday, but she never did return. So James, 51, has been arrested. So he was arrested Thursday morning, which would be this morning. So did somebody that's interesting. And for those that have not watched, let me see if I can.
What are they telling you this evening?
Hey, Steve, the family is hurt and rightfully so. They're heartbroken. They're angry, not really understanding why any of this happened to Alicia and this family, the community, holding out hope to the very end. They were out searching today in Moore County and had eventually planned to make their way to this location. Now, I spoke with Alicia Watts' aunt earlier today, just as news was breaking that her body was found. It was an emotional phone call. She cried out saying they wanted her home, but not like this. We were hoping the family could help put in perspective this location, a heavily wooded area next to a cemetery. We know the crime scene is not too far from Alicia's home and could be an alternate route from Charlotte back to Moore County. I'm told this area isn't new to law enforcement, and the family says it was not Dunmore that helped law enforcement find this location. So not to be forgotten in this conversation, who is Alicia? She's a sister, an aunt. She was an entrepreneur, a motivator, and considered.
Let me stop right there. Did you guys hear what the reporter said? It was not Dunmore who helped find Alicia in this location. Did y'all hear that?
It's the worst thing that could happen. Just throw someone out.
I heard
Just
that.
throw them out. We did want a home, you know, and not like this. But
yes,
I mean, we can have closure now. You know, everybody can rest. Like you said, it's not the ending that
y'all
we
heard
hope
it?
for.
Okay.
But it is an ending. And now we got to look forward to justice.
That justice is one of those big points for this family, making sure they can get justice for Alicia. Now, there was a lot of help from the Southern Pines community to help bring this family some closure. I also learned this evening that some of the help coming from Congressman Hudson's office, who represents the Southern Pines community.
Okay.
In Montgomery County, I'm Janice Price, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
So I heard that too, that the area was not new and Dunmore did not help police, which tells me there was probably no confession. If that is the case, as well, maybe potentially somebody tipped them off, somebody knew something and said that she would be at the cemetery. It wasn't like the cemetery, like there was a worker at the cemetery that found her there. I think they were tipped off, as it says on the article. Now, who tipped them off? That's what I'd like to know. That. Yeah, you heard that too. No worries, Christina. You have a good night or morning. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Had to maybe break up with something. Like she was meeting up with him. Yeah, he isn't helping the police because I'm sure he's going to make a deal with. Listen, he wasn't. He wasn't cooperative with the family. He wasn't talking to anybody. Right, right. Says a lot of times law enforcement do not release tips or other information if the case is ongoing because releasing certain information may jeopardize the case in some way. Very true. Very true. That's a yeah. It's unfortunate, of course. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family. Um yeah. Right. She just didn't know it. I hate that. I hate that. Um, mm, I don't know, guys, but I wish it would have been reported different, of course, but that's just me. I'm gonna have to let you guys go because I gotta go tend to baby bunny. But let me know your thoughts about this story, this whole case. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Um, mm, yeah, I guess we'll see, and hopefully there's justice for Alicia Watts and her family. No worries, Wim. Thank you. Law enforcement knew though because they had. Ooh, you think so? There's probably more to this than is not necessarily being released quite yet. So we're gonna go from there. Hopefully there'll be more updates and we'll talk more about this. The other thing I want to talk about before I head out, there's been new information about the whole Michael Orr thing. I just dropped a quick short, so I might talk about this maybe later on this evening, depending on how I feel. But let me know your thoughts in the comments about this true crime story. And you guys have a great night. I will see you guys on the next one. Please take care of yourselves. Rabbits out.